Hello, so I just wanted to talk quickly about something today that often comes up in coaching, which is the big question. What do I want? What do I want from my career? What do I most value? What will I find the most fulfilling? What kind of work do I want to be doing? And this is a big and important question. It has a huge implication for how we work, how we live, our sense of life satisfaction. And the challenge of answering it or working towards it is often compounded by the sense that people have that they should already have the answer at their fingertips. Now, there's a couple of reasons why that simply isn't the case. The first is that you have spent your entire professional career, and indeed most of your academic career, back to when you were really very small, being successful by being able to delay your own personal gratification. This starts at around about age 4. So when we think about being able to work towards long-term goals, towards more complex goals, or to achieve something that's difficult, challenging, important, worthwhile, we're often talking about something where the rewards won't be experienced, in the next hour, in the next day, the next week, possibly not even in the next year. Maybe they won't be realised for a 3 to 5 year time horizon, perhaps even longer. So being able to delay our own gratification and essentially turn the volume down on those instantaneous desires, those instinctive needs, wants, wishes that occur in the moment, is part of the way that we've been really successful. The second thing is, and this is very much linked, is that again, one of the ways we achieve big, important, complicated, worthwhile things is by having one eye on the future. We can think about where it is we're going and what we're trying to achieve in the long term. And we can talk about this as being, we sometimes describe this as being having a future time perspective. Now, guess what? A future time perspective is really strongly correlated with success, both professional and academic. It has very little correlation whatsoever with happiness. The time orientations which are associated with happiness and well-being might be more something really focused in the present moment, perhaps something hedonistic. Or it might be a sort of cosy nostalgia looking backwards, feeling comforted and feeling protected and enveloped by those warm feelings we have about our childhood, our family, the important relationships in our life, the accomplishments we've already made. These are associated with happiness and well-being, but not with professional success. So that's the second reason why those desires might not be there when you come to look for them. It might not be immediately obvious. The third reason, of course, is that your desires, your wishes and your wants are yours. They're not necessarily shared by the other people around you and in your life. Our success is relational. Our success depends on other people and is informed by other people and is supported by other people. And we may find that, those other people they may not have our best interests at heart, but even the people who do have our best interests at heart have an idea of what is good and desirable for us to do. That may or may not correlate with your internal experience. So we also have to bear in mind the influence of other people, which implies a fourth thing, which may or may not be something you make time for in your life, which is reflection. Without reflection, without listening to that inner voice, you will not have a clue to what those desires are. We have to tune back into that voice. Just as we can be skilled and successful by suppressing the desires of the moment to think about some longer objective, we can suppress the desires of the here and now in order to think about the good that will come. We can also use a skill of tuning in to the present moment and to our own wishes and desires, looking internally, thinking about what is satisfactory to us, that can start to form a picture of the desires and the vision that we have for our own life. There is one other thing, and again it's a caution against looking externally for those clues as to what it is that you would find most fulfilling, to what it is you want, which is that very rarely do we want the whole package of what someone else has. We might want their success in this area, but not the workaholism that goes with it. We might like to be as driven and as ambitious as this individual, without perhaps being so myopic in particular focus. So think about those careful packages, and the only way to do that is to start breaking down what it is you want, what it is you do not want, and reflecting on each of those elements in turn. So you may find that when you start to build a picture of what it is that you want, that you build it from individual blocks rather than from one singular big idea. I hope that's been helpful. Let me know.